Welcome back to another episode of Story in the Can. If you don't know what Story in the Can is, there's going to be a link in the video description to kind of what we're doing, and probably right above Richard's head right now, so go check that out and then come back. But if you do know what Story in the Can is, we're going to do another Story in the Can.
After we've done our object, character, scenario and location, we're going to create a story, but then we've added a fifth one, which is genre. So we're going to try and swap the genre to something else and see if we can make another story using four of exactly the same things. So yeah, genre is going to be the fifth element in the Story of a Can setup.
Let's make
Ready?
a Story in the Can. Let's get rid of that. Right.
Okay, location.
Chewy location is
Cave.
cave.
We've
Great.
got a cave.
Oh,
Put that on the floor.
we have a object of someone else's wallet. Cool. I'll go with character.
Our scenario is Nana is going insane.
And our character is a bartender.
Our character is a bartender. Our object is someone else's wallet, so that's specifically someone else's wallet. Our scenario is Nana is going insane. Nana, also known as grandmother. And our location is a cave. So we'll start with these and then we'll bring genre in after and try and create a second story from the exact same thing. See what changes. Yeah, what are you thinking? We could cheat and say that the cave is the name of the bar. Oh, welcome to the cave. You know, it could be like a micro brew.
Right, okay, right, yeah. That now I can make
welcome
something
to the
from
cave. Oh, how hoppy is your IPA? Shut
that.
up, man.
So yeah, we'll definitely do that because I'm lost with them.
So is our character, is the main protagonist of this the bartender, or is he just another character, or she just another character?
I think the bartender is the main character, and it's the story will be all about the people coming in because the bartender's very friendly with other people, and then the regulars come in. So it's
Yeah.
all about the regulars,
Okay.
and that person's the center point for all of these stories
Okay.
coming together.
Right.
So the bartender works obviously in the bar that's called the Cave. Maybe the gran who's going insane, what we could do with that, she's one of the regulars. She's just a person who comes in from time to time. She finds someone else's wallet, and then the bartender,
Knows whose wallet it is?
well, knows it's not her wallet,
Yeah.
and she's trying to pay for it because she's like, he knows, or the bartender knows this old woman, this gran, doesn't have much money, and she's always scraping her pennies to get the drink, but one day she comes in with this wallet and it's got loads of money in, but
Yeah.
he sees that, or the bartender sees that and knows, hang on, that's not her wallet, so he tries to get the wallet off her but not look like he's stealing off this old woman, but it actually turns out people do see he's stealing, so the gran then goes insane, you're stealing me money, stealing me money, and then the police get involved, and then, well, let's have a look at your wallet, and the policeman goes, it's not actually your wallet, is it? And then the bartender's always in the right and knows that, but it looks like he's stealing off an old woman. This would be like the fourth episode in a series of The Cave, which is the bar. So it's the fourth episode, so we've already kind of got introduced to every character.
The main characters.
And this is just a scenario that's happened, and no one really likes the old woman because she's old and she just gets in everyone's way and she thinks she's right all the time.
She
she's
should be
drunk.
called Nana, but
Yeah.
she's not actually a grandmother to anyone.
Yeah,
You just
she doesn't
call her
know
Nana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is one of the scenarios that happens in that day-to-day kind of the bar. The character's the bartender who works in the Cave, which is the bar. It's a series called... What's the series called?
Pints.
No.
Pint size.
We'll just call it
People?
The Cave.
Yeah, the cave.
Yeah, so this TV show is called The Cave, and it's all revolves around this one bar where the main character, who's the bartender, works, and everyone who comes in is like, they're telling, it's their story, it's not necessarily the main character's like the bartender's story, it's everyone else's problems coming in.
Okay.
And for this one episode, which will be midway through the season, one of the regulars is an old Nana, who everyone just calls Nana. She's not related to anyone in the bar.
I'm guessing she's quite rough.
Yeah.
Oh, Nana.
She doesn't have much money, yeah, and no one really likes her. But and she's always scraping to like get money to buy a drink.
She pays with 5p's and
Yeah,
that.
but one day she comes in with this wallet, which is, it looks new, it's got a lot of money in it, and the bartender sees it and knows it's not hers. So he's trying to figure out throughout the episode, whilst interacting with the other characters, trying to get this wallet off her to see whose it is. But when he's doing that, the nana was like, "No, you're stealing my money, you can't steal my money." The police get involved. Then it turns out it wasn't her wallet, she stole it for someone else, and the bartender
Can we create a reason why the bartender needs to take the wallet and not tell the police straight away? Because otherwise you would just ring the cops, wouldn't you?
I think it's because everyone knows each other in this bar, and it's like, it's a friendly place, but if you annoy someone, it's not a good thing. There's not nice people that come in this bar, and sometimes there might be, but everyone knows each other, so he's just trying to create a nice atmosphere so they'll keep coming
Unless
back.
it's really awkward and it's the bartender's wallet, but he doesn't want to, or she doesn't want to say anything.
That would be easier to call out though. Well, that's my wallet. What are you doing with your wallet? And someone would just be like, "Well, why have you got his wallet?"
Yeah.
But if he doesn't know, that's the mystery. It's like, whose is it?
Right.
And it might be like a rich guy might have been in the episode before. Like he randomly went into this dive bar and dropped his wallet, and the old woman had picked it up and not said anything.
How about the rich person rings up and says, "Look, I've left my wallet. It's got a shed load of money in.
Yeah.
I'll give you 500 quid
if
you can keep it for us." And they go, "Oh yeah, sure." Goes to pick it up. Where's the wallet gone?
Yeah.
And that's why the bartender doesn't ring the police, because he or she wants the cash.
Yeah.
Like I would do that, and maybe like they go out to get drinks and it's on the table and tries to like sneak it, and they're coming up with all these strategies, and maybe we can add more characters in, and there's like 3 or 4 of them all trying to come up with this strategy to nick Nana's wallet.
Yeah, so
that's the episode.
The
The Cave, season 1, episode 4, nicking Nana's wallet.
Yeah, so everyone's kind of just as bad as each other, but they feel like, "Oh no, well, I'm doing the right thing. I'm trying to return this wallet." But
You know what? This sounds almost exactly like an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh really?
Because the bartenders in The Cave sounds like a dive bar.
Yeah.
And it's Paddy's pub,
Yeah.
but it's like really bad. And they would do this, like a Nana character would come in.
Yeah.
So if FX wants to get in contact for season 15 of Always Sunny, we can do that.
Yeah, we'll happily write this episode and you can put it on there. Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pick a genre out of our new genre tin and try and change this story to fit in with the genre.
What is it currently? It's currently a little bit of a comedy, black comedy sort of thing.
Black comedy, drama, everything mixed into one.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it's certainly not a horror or a rom-com. We know what it is. Yeah.
Comedy drama. This is currently a comedy drama. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a genre out of the new tin and see how we can change the story. Or keep the same elements but to fit in with a new genre.
Right. This series or film is now a war film.
Okay.
I mean, the easiest way is go...
So...
we're now in 1942 Britain. The bombs are going down. Everyone's, the air raid sirens. You go, you paint the picture, I'll do the sounds.
So now it's a war film. I would just...
Yeah, there we go.
So now we've got to change this into a war film. First thing that comes to mind with these similar topics, it's actually set 40 years after the war, 50 years after the war, and Nana has always told this story about her husband who died in the war. He was courageous. He was, he did all of these really good things, and she's got all of these, well, not wallet, but like a wallet of medals and things he did. But that was actually all a lie in the end because she's going insane. So, he was actually just a bartender in the war, like, because she wanted to tell the story of, how good he was, and everyone else was coming back and telling these stories.
So did he miss getting drafted off to the war by hiding in a cave?
Well, I think no, he went out there, or he fled. He went to war. and then he fled to a different country because he was like, I don't want to be in war.
Right.
I can't go back home. So he went to like Casablanca, you know, where everyone that was untouched by, you know, during the war. That's where everyone went.
Right.
So he becomes the bartender. Basically, I'm just describing Casablanca.
Oh no.
When I think about it, but Nana's telling this story, and it's just none of it's true, and this starts all unfolding.
My alteration was, it's almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
With the whole, it's not her wallet, it's someone else's. We've got a bartender. Because it's in a war, we've got like, it's like 1942. The cave is like where the only like living remnants of any bar is around it.
Yeah.
Probably somewhere in London, because that's what mostly got bombed. And it's someone else's wallet, but instead of cash, it's just like rations or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there you go. It's
Cool. So
as soon as that came out, I just thought of exactly the same, which has just got curly 1940s hair.
yeah, it's the same story but set in the 1940s. Right, so that was the kind of the new way we're going to do story in the can, or now and again. So we're going to pick four out, make a story, but then change it to a different genre, and just to see how you can actually make stories about, well, from any genre and things like that. So
Yeah.
this might have come out as a horror, so we'd have to think of a horror or a noir film. So let's see how we can develop these ideas.
Yeah. And if you guys want to leave what you thought about, or maybe if you wanted to pick a different genre and see how you can alter the ones that we've come up with, or the one you originally come up with, go ahead, get some comments down below, and we'll all have a discussion and talk about what we've all come up with.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Tuesday and then also next Sunday.